he was once again at his stop. The ogre reached up to the slimy silver rail and pulled his exhausted haunches off the metal bench of a vehicle known as a work wagon. It was his 5th morning in a row headed into a Smile double workday, which started back when the city began using the boom tubes at twice the normal rate.
There must be some really bad people trying to destroy this city for us to use such force,
he thought. Though he, and everyone else for that matter, were never informed of who we were fighting. The beast, however, felt he had a knack for figuring out how bad all those bad guys outside the walls were based on the vigor we fired the boom tubes. Boom, boom, boom. These guys must mean business. He looked around as he exited the work wagon into the swamp of people wading through the wagon yard. The ogre took some joy in feeling like he was the only one paying enough attention to his surroundings to notice the change in booming the last couple days. The brief delight of believing he was smarter than most quickly wore off, though, as the act of oozing through the crowd brought him back to the reality of his lot in this life. An older man near the ogre, small even for a human size, started muttering to himself with each sentence getting louder. "Goddamn people, always in the way. It's your lazy attitude that has us working so much. If you didn't lean on your excuses, we'd have finished 2 days ago. Then maybe my wife wouldn't have been killed while on a work tour outside of the walls by those monsters we should have killed already." Those around were too tired and annoyed to try and calm the man, so they did their best to squeeze apart, attempting to give a path through the fully stuffed station. The tiny man slipped through the cracks and disappeared, ridding the masses of their immediate annoyance. Skulk thought about what the man said. He probably could have worked even harder in the days past. He probably could have contributed to something that would have saved that poor man's wife. After all, he was only tired, and tired is just an excuse. He definitely remembered learning that from all the posters plastered around his work cell. The beast tried to ease through the masses, hoping to catch up to the man and explain that he was sorry. That he knows he could have, no, that he can be better. That he will be more useful. The others around became annoyed again, trying to make another path. Yet this time, it wasn't a tiny man squeezing through. The beast was stuck inching along, which raised his anxiety. His thoughts sped to that poor man's wife. How now even more people's partners will probably be murdered by those unknown bad guys at our walls. Boom, boom, boom. Skulk sweated. That sweet tingle of panic crept up his spine. Alarmedly, the beast lunged forward, knocking over those in front of him like dominoes. In turn, the humans, as humans tend to do, went into flight mode, tripping over all those who already fell, creating an entanglement of flailing people blocking the ogre. Boom, boom, boom.
Goddamn people.
Skulk didn't realize he muttered. Boom, boom, boom. The ogre grabbed one of the people on top of the pile and flung him across the wagon yard, carelessly splattering him against the concrete wall.
Always in the way.
He got a little louder. Boom, boom, boom. Skulk grabbed an arm and pulled so hard the person didn't follow.
It's your lazy attitude that has us working so much.
The beast brayed as lights from towers above converged on him. Boom, 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 boom. Humans exploded out of the pile as the ogre barreled forward.
Then maybe that poor man's wife.
The ogre's ravings became barely understandable through all his sobbing. It didn't matter, however. A boom tube turned, and fired an unexpected kind of ammunition towards the spot where the tower lights met Skulk. A living being, the embodiment of human hate itself. A monster created from all the raw emotions humans now exuded constantly. A monster that the city that was always falling apart used as law enforcement. They called it Hammerhands. And as Hammerhands landed his hands of hammers on top of Skulk's head, the ogre realized he was once again at his stop.